Welcome to this video on how muscle mass predicts longevity more than cardio. We will explore the critical role of skeletal muscle in metabolic health, disease prevention, and lifelong vitality. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team as part of their Fitness and Health series. We are rethinking fitness and longevity. While cardiovascular exercise has long dominated the conversation, emerging research reveals that skeletal muscle mass is one of the most powerful predictors of mortality risk and quality of life as we age. Chapter 1. Muscle is a metabolic organ, not just strength tissue. Skeletal muscle is metabolically active, consuming energy, regulating blood sugar, and communicating with other organs through biochemical signals. Muscle is a metabolic powerhouse beneath your skin. It's the primary site for glucose regulation, burns calories even at rest for energy consumption, and improves insulin sensitivity, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. The 4 pillars of metabolic health supported by muscle include improved blood sugar control, lower insulin resistance, better metabolic flexibility, and reduced systemic inflammation. The longevity connection is clear. Optimal muscle function makes you more resilient against chronic diseases that shorten lifespan, such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative disorders. Chapter 2. Muscle mass strongly predicts mortality risk. Scientific evidence consistently shows that skeletal muscle mass is one of the strongest independent predictors of all-cause mortality across all populations. Research shows that low muscle mass significantly increases mortality risk, even when controlling for other variables. Muscle mass relative to height is an independent risk factor for longevity, regardless of cardio fitness. Grip strength is a simple, powerful predictive tool and mortality indicator. It serves as a proxy for overall muscle quality, neuromuscular function, and systemic health status. The clinical significance of these findings is transforming preventative medicine. Muscle mass assessment is now key for early risk detection, targeted intervention, and outcome monitoring, especially for adults over 50. Chapter 3. Muscle protects against age-related decline. Sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass and function, is a consequential but highly modifiable aspect of biological aging. Sarcopenia begins in your 30s and accelerates after 60, involving both reduced muscle mass and reduced strength. It is a clinical syndrome with serious health consequences. The cascade of consequences from sarcopenia includes frailty development, increased fall risk, loss of independence, and higher hospitalization rates. Resistance training is the most effective intervention for reversing or slowing sarcopenia, even in older adults. The muscle retains its ability to respond to progressive overload at any age. The science of muscle preservation involves protein synthesis activation, satellite cell recruitment, neuromuscular adaptation, and hormonal optimization through resistance exercise. It is never too late. Adults in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can achieve significant gains in muscle mass and performance through resistance training and progressive overload, combined with adequate protein intake. Chapter 4. Muscle supports hormones, immunity, and recovery. Muscle tissue acts as an endocrine organ, releasing myokines that regulate inflammation, metabolism, and even cognitive function. Myokines are the body's longevity signals. They provide anti-inflammatory action, cognitive protection through factors like BDNF, and metabolic regulation. Greater muscle mass offers 4 critical benefits: better immune response, faster recovery from illness, resilience during stress, and an essential amino acid reservoir. Skeletal muscle is increasingly referred to as the organ of longevity. It remains highly responsive to lifestyle interventions, making it a powerful lever for extending health span and quality of life. Chapter 5. Cardio matters, but muscle predicts survival more directly. While cardiovascular exercise is crucial for heart health, skeletal muscle mass is more central for predicting longevity and maintaining independence. Muscle has the edge due to its stronger mortality prediction, faster age-related decline, and the fact that it is harder to rebuild later than aerobic fitness. Muscle's unique advantages include protecting mobility and independence, supporting metabolic health 24/7, and preventing functional decline as you age. The critical distinction is between lifespan and health span. Cardio primarily extends lifespan, but muscle mass impacts both by preserving functional capacity and metabolic health. The optimal approach is integration, not opposition. Prioritize resistance training as the foundation, complementing it with moderate cardiovascular activity for a longevity-focused program. The summary highlights the longevity comparison. Muscle mass is a strong, independent predictor of mortality, provides high 24/7 metabolic impact, and is a major factor in protecting independence. Key takeaways include prioritizing resistance training, optimizing protein intake, monitoring muscle health with metrics like grip strength, and starting early while continuing always. Practical implementation involves assessing your baseline, designing a program with compound movements and progressive overload, fueling appropriately with adequate protein, and tracking your progress. The bottom line is that skeletal muscle mass is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity and functional independence. Muscle preservation should be the foundation of any evidence-based longevity strategy. Build muscle, live longer. The evidence-based path to longevity starts with resistance training and muscle preservation because the organ of longevity is already within you.